Okay, so I want to thank all parties and Happy New Year to you all. For those in LA, like Mark, our blessing to you. I know you're going through a very traumatic moment in LA right now, and we all our prayers extend to everyone, all our friends and families that are in Los Angeles. It's a tragic loss, but I appreciate that. But anyway, so this opportunity is to discuss about the proposed Monaco Grand event, which was delivered to me by our Pulaski partner, who we have Winan Lee, who's on this call
Mhm.
representing Pulaski. And on the other side that I'm bringing on board is Mark from Row Elite, who is our connectivity to the not just the A-listers, but the literally the triple A-listers. If you want the most famous people on this planet, then Mark is the one that has direct connection to them. So on that segue, Mark, I'm gonna hand it over to you, sir, and let you introduce yourself and overview of your connectivity, and we'll then go over to Plaxi. So Mark, over to you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, nice, nice to meet everyone. I'll just give
Nice to meet
just
you, Mark.
oh, very nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you. I'll just give like a brief background on myself, and then what I'd like to do is just maybe get with this event that's going to be happening in Monaco. I just kind of want to get a grip on um, is it a weekly event? I mean, is it going to last a week or a few days, or is it over a long weekend?
All right,
Because that
Mark, we'll do the Q&A afterwards, okay? So we'll introduce all parties, and then
All good.
afterwards at the end we'll do a Q&A, and we can ask questions between all of us, okay? So those are important questions, of course, and those have to be weeded out. But let's just start off with an introduction to yourself, Mark. Thank you.
okay, no problem. So I'm originally from New York, from Yonkers, the Bronx. So if you're into hip hop and R&B, so I grew up with the likes of DMX and Mary J. Blige and the Lox. Um, so I grew up in those particular areas. I ended up getting a scholarship in football and track, where I went to Boston College and played and double majored in finance and philosophy. So I also have a very deep finance background, but meshed in that is I have this philosophical way about myself. So after college, I moved to Los Angeles and started to produce, write. I write comedy, so I wrote comedy for like the likes of George Wallace. George Wallace is best friends with Jerry Seinfeld, so Jerry Seinfeld and Mario Joyner and Chuck Martin, they were all part of our group that we would write together. And from that, I, built relationships with the likes of Mark Wahlberg, Jeremy Renner, Jamie Foxx, um, Snoop, Dr. Dre, Jimmy Iovine, 50 Cent. So in building all these strong relationships, I would always have friends come to me with different products, whether they were clothing lines or sneaker lines or just business in general, saying, "Hey, can you connect my brand to the celebrities you know?" So I was just doing that freely to help friends out. I didn't know there was an actual business in it at that time because I was so focused on writing and acting and producing. So in making those connections for people, they would come back to me and say, "Hey, thanks for, giving Jamie Foxx my shirts. He wore them on the red carpet, and we just had this huge spike in sales." So I was like, "Oh, no problem. You're welcome." I was just happy to connect friends to my relationships. And then I had a friend come to me with a spirits brand, a liquor brand, alcohol, and he was like, "Can you help me out? We don't have the money to pay, but can you help me out?" And he was a childhood friend of mine. So for a year, I worked on this product for him and built it. And then when they got distribution on the West Coast, I started getting paid for it. And 2 years after building that brand, we sold it to a big liquor conglomerate. The brand was called Hypnotic. So I was the original guys that there was only three of us that built that brand, which was a global brand. It impacted culture and everything. We sold that to a big conglomerate. I stayed on for another 5 years to continue to build that brand. And then after leaving Hypnotic, we started another brand called Nuvo, which was a mix of like champagne and vodka. It was pink. And I got a bigger piece of ownership in Nuvo than I did in Hypnotic because I already proved myself. So with my relationships, I was doing
Je suis
like
là.
all the celebrity
Donc,
stuff that you saw, uh, stuff with Jamie Foxx, with Usher,
je ne peux
with
pas. Je suis dit que je suis
yeah, um, all that celebrity stuff to build Nuvo. I did probably close to 700 music videos that I either wrote, produced, or did product integration in with Nuvo. And within 3 years, we built that brand, sold it to Diageo. So that was my second brand that I built and sent to acquisition, got sold. Diageo, if you don't know, that's the biggest liquor conglomerate in the world. They do like 60 billion. They own Smirnoff, uh, Johnny Walker Black, Crown Royal, all that stuff. So, and then 3 months after selling Nuvo to Diageo, we had another brand called 22 Marquis. So we presented that brand to them. They bought that brand as well. So in my time in dealing with spirits and alcohol, I've had three acquisitions, which there's only two other people on this earth that's had three acquisitions in spirits. One being my partner, and another guy that has uh, uh, had Conor McGregor's whiskey. His name is Ken Austin, and he has some other products. So the 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 common denominator with all of that stuff and building those brands was my strong connection to celebrities, influencers, entrepreneurs, and studio executives. So when Dr. Leon came to me with this opportunity, it's like such a easy fit for me because you have the aspirational value of Monaco and everything that goes on there. So it would just be about me taking my relationships and just placing them in where you guys would need it to support, whether it's the actual convention that I think is happening that week, and also uh, creating shows to kind of almost like a wrap party for the finale of this convention that will end in the week. We can do performances. We can do all this other stuff. I have an actual direct partnership, corporate partnership with Bentley. So with the performances, we can tag that stage. We can call that stage the Bentley stage and have the Bentleys parked out front. And then, uh, if you don't know, but Bentley also has a line of super high end exclusive furniture. So, off to the side of the stage, we can create a Bentley lounge where the artists and their friends hang out and drink and eat before they go on stage to perform. And these are direct corporate partnerships. It's not, through a third party or whatever. They're directly through my relationships. So um, there's a lot we can do with this. I mean, I would suggest, do 2 days of performances. So and have it really kind of diverse, where you have a pop star, a Latin pop star, and a hip hop star performing one day. Let's just say Friday. Carry that same blueprint over to Saturday. I can get Jamie Foxx to host both days, where he'll do some comedy and talk to the people and introduce like a Dua Lipa or Billie Eilish or whatever. We can even bring a piano out. He can play the piano a little bit and sing and joke like he does, and just really, just really kill it and bring all that attention to Monaco. So you have all those eyes. I even I thought about my girlfriend's a really well-known creative director and choreographer. So her artists are like J Balvin, Maluma, Fat Joe, Chris Brown, Gucci Man, all this stuff. So we could bring like a Japanese pop star out there to perform, and then you get all that Japanese media, which spend a ton of money looking at Monaco as a place that they can go to vacation, spend their money, and all that other stuff. So there's a lot that we can do.
Yeah.
And it's pretty easy. It's only if I don't have a direct relationship with this artist, it's only 1 degree away where I can get direct relationship with them. So I just need to find out more of the details and all that other stuff, and be easy
All
to
right.
move.
Well, thank you, Mark. I think we all know the caliber of gentleman you are. When I state, I mean, some people say I over-exaggerate at times, but when it comes to you, Mark, I don't over-exaggerate. Your connectivity at the highest level is exactly what is needed here. And, your ability to, like I said, you drop some names there, like having Jamie Foxx, movie superstar, host this event is just like I said to you. But anyway, thank you for that intro. So I'm going to hand this over now to my partner, Palaxi, who I've been personally associated with for over 10 years now. I've known the chairman, Asani, for that length of time. And I'm blessed to be introduced to Renan Lee, his entertainment, head of his entertainment. I also want to thank him for coming on board in this situation. I'm not going to go into too personal detail, but he obviously had a tragic family loss. But he's a very strong man, a very dedicated man, a very spiritual man. And he knows that the legacy that he will leave forward, that he's going to produce with this Monaco event will be outstanding. So I want to thank him for being so brave and courageous and coming on at this time. So thank you, Renan. So I'll hand over to you to give an overview of your position at Palaxi and give an overview of what this Monaco event is that Mark is that I'm bringing on board with Mark. So Renan, unmute yourself, please, and the stage is yours. Thank you very much. Unmute yourself. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I'm Wenang Lee, head of the entertainment department at Biloxi. I've been head of entertainment department for a year now at Biloxi. But prior to that, I've worked in other companies here based in Africa, in Cameroon, certainly. I've also had a certain experience in event planning, and parties and all of those. So I was on board by Kevin a year ago. Like I said, he discovered me he was doing his investments in Cameroon at that time. So he was working with the Cameroonian government. As you know, Biloxi, we do in various sectors like mining, government and the rest. So yeah, so basically he spoke to me about a project that he had with Monaco and Royal Elite with the collective and everybody. So we spoke about, we brainstormed about some ideas, and then we came up with a festival, a large scale festival. Of course, the emails that I sent you about the information concerning the festival were estimates. It could cost more or it could cost us less as well to organize that type of a large-scale festival in Monaco. And knowing the high-profile artists that Mark has, the connection that he has with notably Evergreen as well, and the other A-listers, I really think that this event could be a major impact, for all of our companies as a whole, and profit as well, major profit maker as a whole. So basically, the idea was creating a large scale. Je suis en conférence. Je suis en conférence. Je vais dire ça. I'm sorry about that. I'm at the office at the moment. So yeah, we were thinking of creating a large scale uh, festival where we could have Mark's A-listers, host this festival. Like he said, he could have a Jamie Foxx or maybe somebody else that can host the festival, noticing that the important for this festival is not only financial gain, but it's also a strategic move for all of our companies, bringing them to the forefront, not saying that you didn't already have people, taking care of that for you. But we are the bridge to Monaco. So Kevin is because he has the most relationships with them. But me, I'm just there for the planning of the event. So the emails that I sent to you was to pitch out the idea of what could be done amongst our three companies, with Monaco to be désolé, to be able to bring the point four strong points of every company, towards the general public. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Winan, for that introduction to Blacksea. There's a lot of questions that Mark and I want answered as well. At this phase, we may not have all the answers. Okay, so this is a planning phase, so be aware of that, like dates, venue, etc. But I just wanted this introduction first. So continue on the introduction. Now, the main parties on this event is between Blacksea and Royal Elite. Okay, so our collective is just a connected bridge that brings. Okay, just things moving forward. The main parties, as I make clear, is between Blacksea and Royal Elite. Okay, but there's other parties which I want to introduce now who may. I've also mentioned in that email, I believe will contribute significantly to the event as well. So the first group I mentioned was Riocom. They are a long-time partner in our collective. In fact, we're doing a lot of activities in Africa also. Winan, Riocom are actually, I'm bringing them on board, Palaxi on other stuff as well, on the commodities and all that stuff. But for this specific event, Riocom has an advanced security surveillance system. Now, security is important, especially at a major event like this. But not only is this surveillance system very sophisticated, they use the AI for identification, for weapons detection and identification. And one of the things that Winan asked me was about the marketing aspect, which is important because, as you know, data is king. That's why Google is super rich. I think it's the data that they collect. So with this sophisticated advanced technology, we can actually use that technology. So instead of someone sitting there and look at all the Instagram and tag it, their system will be able to tag, identify, and correlate all that data for us instantly. Now, the two members here are Dr. Debbie, who's the CEO, but I said she's actually down with the cold right now. She's lost her voice, so regret she's not going to be saying anything. So she's listening in. But we also have the chairman of Realcom, who's Dr. Rafael. So I'm going to hand this over to Dr. Rafael to him to introduce himself and his great security system, which we can also use not only for security, but as a marketing tool. So Dr. Rafael, over to you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Sir, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Dr. Rafael. I'm the chairman of Realcom Group Holdings Corp. I'm very happy and be blessed to be here with Dr. Ying. I'm sorry I was a little bit quiet earlier on, Dr. Ying. We have our partners who are working with us concerning a project for the airports. He's online. He's a chief architect, I know, and also Mrs. I know, who is actually a lawyer. So we are just trying to put things together to make sure that our trip is worthwhile. I can assure everyone on this call that whatever our collective brings to the table is purely gold, not a joke. This project that Dr. Ying is spearheading, we have a lot to offer. And I pray at the end of the day, we all will be in Monaco and surprise the world. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Rafael. I appreciate it, everything you're doing. In fact, there's a lot of connectivity. The airport project for Nigeria was actually began like 10 years ago when I started talking to Asani, who's also, I mentioned, is Kevin. That's how the airport project, there's a lot of connectivity, but we'll focus on the Monaco right now. Now, not the last, but one of the other aspects that I also discussed is about media content, because we want this to be a long-term event, so an annual event, just like the Formula One in Monaco is an annual event because it brings a lot of money, it brings a lot of prestige to Monaco, and this is something that we want long term. And for that, we will want to do a documentary of the things that we are doing in Monaco. So I think this will be an absolutely amazing film that we produce. Now, those that know me know I'm very proud to introduce my Clydesdale partner and wife, Andrea Wen, who produced and directed The Man Who Met God, which is now exclusively live streamed on Minotaurium. She's received multiple awards from all around the world, including Cannes. In fact, we were in Cannes last September to receive an award for a visionary film. And my idea is to have her produce and direct this documentary film, which I'm going to expand on because Mark has given me a great idea as well. But I'm going to let my wife talk first, and then I'm going to discuss what Mark have mentioned, which I think is absolutely an amazing opportunity. And then we can go into the Q&A. So, Andrea, over to you. Thank you.
Andrea.
Yes, Andrea is my name. It's very nice to meet. Could you mute yourself, please?
I'm muted.
No, your
Yeah.
Okay, well, sorry for that. We got a little echo because we have to share the room and office and everything. Those are things about being married. I already know Dr. Debbie, Dr. Raphael, Mark Williams, but it's really nice to meet you, Lina. It's like I love to be part of this amazing opportunity because I really think this is an amazing opportunity for all parties. I'm the head of marketing of our collective, and I'm the main partner for Clydesdale. And I'm also a filmmaker, director, and a screenwriter as well. And I think that, as Leon says, making a documentary on this event is not really about making a documentary, but it's a marketing strategy to really give a lot of attention to our own interests, our own agenda, what we really want to show, right? So as you guys know, Royal Elite, I think it's a very important key aspect of the whole thing. And I think it should revolve around Royal Elite and being portrayed as being this elixir that all these elite famous people, all these rich people, all these people that everybody else dreams to be, because everybody dreams with the fame, glory, and money, and that's what Monaco represents. I think that portraying Royal Elite as this incredible dream that can make you feel like you're one of them, it's the main key aspect for it, because that's the best marketing, make everybody want to buy you by being this amazing, almost unapproachable, but yet approachable because anyone can buy it and get it, right? But so you're really selling the feeling, and that's the beauty about movies and filmmaking. You're selling people magic, you're selling people the feeling. It's not about selling a drink, it's not about just selling something. It's about a whole experience and the sense of belonging and belief. So that's something I'm quite an expert on, and that's one of my main passions. So I'm most happy to contribute with my input and my network as well, and everything I can do for the team. And thank you.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Andrea. I really appreciate that. Now, one thing I want to expand on this documentary, which Mark actually gave me the brilliant idea. Mark earlier said that his proposal is to have his famous movie star and friend, Jamie Foxx, host this event, which would be absolutely spectacular. But he also mentioned that Jamie Foxx also has his own TV production. So actually, the ability to do a documentary may be even more enhanced by having Jamie Foxx do actually a documentary, and having Jamie Foxx and my wife Andrea Wen be exclusive producer for this great historic documentary. And as Andrea stated, this is not just any documentary. This is a capturing of the history. So we make this like a Monaco formula long term, then this documentary may well be capturing the future for Monaco. Like the Woodstock that everyone remembers about the Woodstock. This is something that we can do for Monaco. And so thank you, Mark. Now, before I get to the Q&A, I see that Paluxy HQ is on. That is our dear friend, or my dear friend, which calls our twin, is Asani, Kevin. So I'm wondering, Asani, do you want to say anything? Introduce yourself or not? Otherwise, we'll go into the Q&A and ask the question that we all have. Asani?
Hi. So thank you, everyone, and thank you, gentlemen and ladies, right now on the floor. I'm looking forward to have the best proposal and also the best team to be able to connect the A-list artists and also with the Monaco Farm, and for us to match to be able to create the synergy between USA and Monaco, USA Entertainment Department at the top level and Monaco at the top level, because actually we are dealing with the best and the biggest Monaco national company for entertainment, and that own the hotels and casino and also restaurants and many more. So my purpose of bringing everyone together tonight is to have the skills to understand that we front of the SBM. SBM is Société des Bains de Mer. So someone have to take some notes about it. So SBM Monaco. This is the partner. We're talking about a lot of money, a lot of investment, a lot of involvement, a lot of ownership of luxury properties, and we have to have a program and also a design of transaction where events is going to the stadiums and also to the different hotel that the SBM is on, and also the casino and also the restaurant, and put it together with the artist. Artist, what's going to be the focus is going to be what we're gonna do in the stadium of Monaco. So we can do Rihanna concert in Monaco. What is gonna be the cost? We need to know the cost. We need to negotiate with her. We need to have a celebrity endorsement letter once we finish the negotiation with the management department of there, and then we have to negotiate with the other artists that we want to put in the other hotels and everything, and the other maybe artists in painting, sculpture and everything, because the SBM is own some hotels in Monaco. So let's find the best artists for the concert to have the ticket sale that can comfort us for the profit revenue, the revenue stream, and in the same time the revenue stream for hotels, because it's going to be private clientele and selected clientele, so where we can also can have some revenue, and then we can see some maybe B list artists or they're going to be cheaper but that can have some interest in Monaco, and we have to check and investigate. You guys just have to give us the list, which is the biggest A, biggest B, biggest C, and then we can check in the market with the Monaco government what the people like and everything, and then we can start to make the negotiation for the price.
Okay.
For the
All right.
casino, as you know, for the client, when some client when they drink, when they have drug in the blood, they sometimes they leave the show. They want to go in casino. They want to go have fun, but they're still thinking in their mind that they are still in the show, but they left. So the casino that the client owns or the client have influence with, since the client is the biggest influencer company and biggest owners in Monaco as a Monaco government company. So we have to think about the clients that are leaving shows to go to casino, to go to hotel and to fucking girls. We need to control everything.
No, I totally agree with you, Twin. We need to control everything, manage everything. The only thing I disagree with you is that we're only going for option A, and that is the absolute top triple A. We are not interested. Mark is not interested. I am not interested in B listers, C listers. Those are the small people. I don't want to sound rude, but the small people can do the small event. I'm not interested. Mark is not interested. We're only interested in doing the big event with the big superstars like the Taylor Swift, the Jamie Lee Fox, those people. If Monaco are not interested, then we're not interested. But knowing Monaco, that's exactly what they want. So,
Okay. Maybe I'm misunderstanding.
yeah.
Where everything that I said is because I know everything what is online. I have my
Okay.
entertainment department online. So you
Okay.
also have to understand the instructions, and you also have to listen exactly what I say to him since you have the US operation officer. So you are doing what you're gonna do with the Mark Williams for
Yeah.
the big event. The big event is done, and I already explained to you. Now the
Okay.
entertainment department need to understand also what you have to take care of and what you have to do. So I'm doing a global speech because I don't have a lot of time. So I'm trying to overview everything that's supposed to happen, and we have to put everything to numbers. We always have a couple of numbers, but the thing is like when I was saying something, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to Mark Williams. I'm not talking to my entertainment department. Everyone is picking what do you want to pick on the speech, and then I have to revert the proposal to Monaco. Do you understand?
Okay. All right. No, understand. Totally
Perfect.
understand. So
Perfect.
obviously
I put
we
my
need
phone
to.
in mute. I put my phone in mute now. You guys are strategize, and then I listen. All right.
All right. Yeah. No problem, Twin. Thanks, Asani.
The
Appreciate it.
entertainment department
So,
going to be there to
all
answer.
right. Thank you. So anyway, so now that we've finished with the introduction to all the parties, and hopefully we demonstrate that we're all very serious about handling this affair. I There are
Thank you
certain
very much,
questions that
everyone.
to be. Sorry,
Thank you. Thank you.
Plax, Asani, could you mute yourself because there's too much background noise from you. Mute yourself, please. Thank you. So there are questions that needs to be answered. We may not be able to answer them right now because this is the introduction phase, and we're going to put together the planning phase. But Mark, you had certain questions earlier that you wanted to fire. So why don't you fire those questions at Asani and Winan and see if they can answer it at this time. So Mark, you have questions that you would like to answer, sir? Thank you.
Yeah, and just for clarity, as far as the documentary, how we spoke about the documentary playing out is Jamie Foxx has a production company called Foxhole Productions. So he produces TV and films on major networks, Netflix. He has a multi-picture deal at Netflix because our close friend, her name is Nicole Avant. She's married to Ted Sarandos. Ted Sarandos is the CEO of Netflix. So it's a unique relationship because Jamie, these are our close friends. They're always at the house, at Jamie Foxx's house. So the plan would be what I would propose to Jamie Foxx that Andrea and Jamie produce this documentary under Foxhole Productions, and obviously giving them the proper budget so that it really becomes about the the aspiration, like Andrea was saying, the aspiration of Monaco, and how this is that exclusive playground with this exclusive A-list event that Jamie Foxx is hosting. And then depending on how well that turns out, which if we have the proper budget, it's going to be at the highest level, then we could just walk that directly to Netflix and have it, be put up on Netflix as a film, as a, 3-part TV show, whatever, we decide to do, because Jamie already has that deal. Let's just say he's already going to be hosting the event. So it just makes sense that he brings his production company in to shoot this with Andrea. So that's the basic layout, and the depth of it is a lot more because our friend is married to Ted Serranos, who is the CEO. So it's very easy to get this stuff greenlit.
No, this is fantastic. I mean, okay, nothing's guaranteed. Okay, so we're just discussing that, but
Right,
you see the
yeah.
connectivity that Mark had, right? The potential that Mark can do a documentary that can go directly onto the Netflix series with Jamie Foxx. So this is the caliber of thing that we can bring onto Monaco, right? So it is absolutely amazing. So Mark, did you have any specific questions that you would like to fire to our Palaxi partners? Thank you.
Yes, specifically, it's if you can just explain. I heard the word festival being used. If you can just explain up until this point as much information as
All
you
right,
have.
so Lee, go ahead.
I said festival because
Yeah. Oh, no,
it's
just to see how actually the run of this festival is going to be, and the talent involved, if it's business and arts festival, and then if it leads up to the climax of this performance and show with these
All right.
A-list artists.
I think right now we're dealing with arts and culture basically, and business as well with Royal Elite Vodka, and now the film industry as well with Jamie Foxx and Andrea. I see it as a chain of events, leading to a big event, so we can definitely use the proposition of having Jamie Foxx film it like a backstage, I don't know, episodes, of the
Documentary.
event. Yeah, the documentary of the whole event, at the same time showcasing Royal Elite, talking a little bit about Paluxy, the initiative of the collective and all sorts. So I see it as a series of small chain events. It could be yacht parties, it could be theater, comedies with Jamie Foxx, like you said, presenting and everything. It could be luxurious brands, It could be like what happened in Monaco with the Formula One event, sports event like that. So small events. It could be showcases from the A-listers, at different clubs, prestigious clubs in Monaco, So they'll have little shows, all of that leading to one big festival where we have multiple A-listers as well performing in one day. That will also attract a huge amount of audience and a huge amount of media influence on us as well. So yeah, so that's how I see
Okay.
the whole event.
So what I'll suggest we do, because as I said, this is an introduction, so I don't want to spend too much time. We could literally go on for hours and hours. So what I'm going to do, Mark, I think I'm going to sit down with you later on. It don't have to be today, maybe in the coming day. I have an idea, a concept idea of how long this festival is going to go on. Where is it art, music, culture, business cover? I'll lay out what I believe is the plan. It's so based around the Formula One. Like, for example, the Formula One is actually a 4-day event. So therefore, the race is on Sunday, but they have events starting on Thursday, Friday for spectators to come in, buy souvenirs, mingle with stars. Saturday is the prelim event, big event, and then Sunday is the race. So we could formulate something like that over a 1-week event where we have local artists contribute to the festival, bring the Monaco, and we gear it up progressively until the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, where it's powwow, the A-listers comes in, etc. Okay, so but like I said, we could detail all that out. But I'll speak to you, Mark, because I have some ideas that I'd like to go over with you. And then what I'll do is I'm going to draft up the first executive summary. Now, the reason why I'm going to take on the burden to produce the proposal is because I have the business plans of all of you. I have Mark Williams, Raw Elite. I have Palaxi, because I've been working with you guys for over, hey, twin, good seeing you. I have Realcom, I have my wife. So actually, I have all the profile of all of you. That's why it's easier for me to put it together, the whole package together, and make it into a fabulous, this is the A team, all right, or the triple A team that's going to make this grand event in Monaco happen. Okay, so pretty much 75% of the work's already been done by you guys, because you already delivered in the past all the presentation of your company, all that, and I'm going to correlate it all together. Okay, and the 25% will be actually focused on what we're going to be doing in Monaco. Okay, so over the coming days, Wieland, I will contact you, and I will contact you, Mark, as well. What I'll also do is I'll create a private WhatsApp group, and I'll add all of you into the private WhatsApp group. Therefore, we can throw ideas. We can have a quick chat over the WhatsApp group, okay? But as you know, I like doing everything professionally on email, okay? So give me a few days to compile the executive summary. I will hopefully deliver that to you. I will then start compiling the proposal, and my wife, who is great at creating the deck, will help me with the marketing deck as well. And over the days, I'll flush out ideas separately or together with you guys, with you, Mark, with you, Weenan. And from that, I'll be able to put together the greatest of proposal, which you, Weenan, and Twin, you can present to the government of Monaco. And when they see it, when they see the caliber of professionals and star that Mark can bring on, I'm quite certain they're going to wet their pants and say, yes, here's the check. Okay, I'm that competent. Okay,
yeah,
because
and
of the people
I also suggest, I just want to put this out to everyone.
Yeah, sure.
Just say if it's a 5-day event, I also, along with arts and culture, because of the highbrow aspect of Monaco, I would include in this festival a finance and a business part to it, almost like the Milken Convention or the Salt Convention, because then we can target these big finance companies, whether it's JP Morgan, whether it's Bank of America, whether it's SoftBank. We can bring them into it along with their leaders to discuss and do stuff. Yeah.
I second that, and I know from knowing Palaxi well, they will absolutely. In fact, that's the original idea. So yes, so within this business, investment, money, because money makes the world go round. We all know that. Okay, so I totally agree with you, Mark, on incorporating that into the entity as well. And as Asani mentioned, SBM, the hotel link, they will definitely want to discuss about bringing the money people. Like I said, the Blackstone of this world, the JP Morgans, etc., into this event. So absolutely, Mark, you're spot on. We all totally, I'm quite certain on board that. But that's something we need to flush out. Flush out, put in the business, the culture, and then we need to decide over how long. Is it 3 days, 4 days, a week, 2 weeks, whatever. Okay, so thank you. Is there any comments or questions that anyone else wants to ask? Otherwise, I'm going to close this exciting, productive chat. And I'll send you guys all this private recording. And I said to you, let's rock and roll on this. I think this is an amazing opportunity. And I want to thank my partners in Palaxi for bringing this on board. And I want to thank my friend, also Mark, for being part of this great adventure and bringing his celebrity-laden network on board as well. And of course, I always have to thank my beautiful, talented wife, Andrea. Thank you. And also my partner, Realcom. So God bless you all. All right, take care, guys. Thank you.
Hello.
God bless.
Hello.
Bye-bye. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, Asani, we just finished. Do you have any more comments you want to say?
Yeah. Mark have to prepare. Mark have to prepare the A-list for 10 A-list artists and 12 for Africa, and also 10 A-list artists for Monaco.
Yes, that's what we were prepared to it. So thank you. All right.
Then we can figure it out. Then we have to negotiate the best price. Then we
Okay.
have to talk to different sponsors. I like the ideas when Mark is talking about we make it the big story as a big, like big, and put it together for JP Morgan to be involved because JP Morgan have some involved strategy for Africa and everything. But even we are
Yes.
doing the place in Monaco, and if in the secret side, what we call the trade secret, we say
Yeah.
to JP Morgan that this Evans is with the policy partners, which is me, and to get access to that with the miners and that with the government access and everything, then we can go for big shit. So we really have to think that it's not just music, it's not just movies, it's not just entertainment. It's also giving access to Africa. This event is a celebration or get access to the different and sacred asset in Africa. So this you better have to understand the goal because the goal
Absolutely.
I met the Monaco government is because I was chief global strategist of American mining companies, and this is how we set all the plan. So with the director of the mining companies that I am the director of chief strategist company. So it's a global net. So it's a mining company that activates the interest of Monaco and ask us what we can do in entertainment. But at the end, we want to know what we can do in mining. So the people that have to come, we don't really looking for Universal with Motown, with UMG, whatever. This is good for the artist side because we have an artist side. We have everything, but we also have a business side because the money that pay these artists, there is a dark side of it, and the dark side of it is mining, is technologies, is telecommunications. So telecommunications, to be able to make a telecommunication, you better have to have a phone. To better have to have a phone, you better have to have an asset. To better have to have an asset, you have to control the mining. They're going to give you the asset like the cobalt and coltan and everything. They're going to give you the material to make a smartphone. So we have a mining company in the back. So
Thank you.
we have to enter the global game. So I put my phone in mute.
Absolutely.
You talk
Sani,
about it.
actually, before you came back on, Mark actually made it that said that we should include the business and the financing into this event as well. So you and Mark are both on the same page as I am. Yeah, absolutely. This is more than just putting on a music show. This is about bringing the
Yeah,
big money
exactly.
on board. So we're all onto that, and that's a critical phase that we do, and we'll be doing it for Africa as well. You know, Twin, how involved I am in Africa, not just with Palaxi, but also our partner Riocom, and we'll talk to that about the airport project as well. But that's on a different subject matter. So thank you, everyone. Again, God bless you. Much peace, love to you. Christ-style blessing to you all. I'll send you this recording later on. All right. Take care, everyone. Thank you again. Bye-bye. Bye.